Okay, so this is a proof, but we're looking at a situation in which we're not evaluating a specific angle measurement like we were in the previous examples. But the clue is let's say I'm not really sure what this problem is asking me to do. I know I have to prove that it's equal to sine. The first thing that I notice is it's got this difference thing right here, so why don't I try our sum and difference formula? The only thing I can evaluate is pi, but I know those values, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the sine of angle A minus angle B. I'm going to use that identity and use that formula to work with this. So sine of A times cosine of B minus cosine of A sine of B. And in this problem, A is equal to pi and B is equal to our variable theta. And it should simplify to this. And so I know what the answer is, so I just got to work with it to make sure that that happens. Okay, so I'm going to plug in pi for A. B is just theta. Okay, and then plug in pi for A again, and B is theta. So let's see what we got. Well, I know that sine of pi. I know my values on my 90s, and sine of pi, so pi is this, excuse me, that's not the rotation, that would be pi over 2. This would be the rotation for pi. It's 180 degrees. And sine is our y value, so this guy is equal to 0. I don't know what cosine of theta is. I know cosine of pi by looking at the little graph is negative 1. And then I know because 0 times anything cancels out, negative next to a negative makes it positive. And so I know this reduces to sine of theta, and we're all good. And that's how I could apply the sum and difference formulas to maybe prove something or reduce it to something else, given that one of my values is a variable. You're going to have to do problems like this. There's, one or two quiz tests, and, predominantly the rest is the examples that you've seen in this section. And this is the end of section 14.4. So please make sure that you know the formulas for the identities for these sum and difference guys. And then obviously, with the previous section with the trig identities, that can be a challenge because it's puzzles and there's not necessarily one way to do it. But those are things you got to make sure that you're pretty comfortable with.